Yo. How is everybody going on this beautiful night? We are just chilling, mobbing. We are in Taco Talks number 1. Thank you guys for joining. I'm a little late. It was a little late. Long day for me today. So, work with me on that one. Most definitely. But I do want to get up the chat for you guys. Put that up here for you guys. And we're going to get the follower goal. Because this is a new scene. Since I was late, I did not get to prepare fully. So work with me. Ooh, nice and big. Alright, center. There we go. How is everybody doing? It's a beautiful night. Ooh, sounds on. That's not what I wanted. Posting this out, sharing the feed. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So, this is going to be more so an introduction episode, if anything, right? If anything. Oh, okay. So it is on separate channels for that. Okay. So if anything, yes, this is gonna be like introduction of what. Whoop, muted that. An introduction of what this is more so gonna be about. So if you don't already know, I'm Taco. It's nice to meet you. 26, father of 2, and a paintballer, baby. And I like to call myself a scientist, personally speaking. And what I mean by that is I like to study psychology. I like to study the human body, all of that good stuff. It intrigues me. It's fun for me. So that's what I mean by I'm a scientist, right? And the goal of this is not to per se give advice, but to express how I do things. Everything I'm going to say is going to be biased. It's going to be coming from me. So expect it to be biased. Don't expect it to be right out of a book, right? Because it's going to be from my perspective and what I believe is going to be the best route with all of the research and knowledge and back and forth I've done to collect this data, we'll say, right? I'm getting poked. Now, I will say one thing. I'm going to be doing 2 versions. One version is going to be private and closed, and one version is going to be open and public. For now, we're starting with the open and public ones. But, yeah, I know, right? Ads. But, we're going to start. And we're going to be starting with, like I said, introduction. Myself, who I am, what is the plan, and what are we going to be doing here. And it's super simple. We're going to be talking back and forth. We're just going to be bouncing ideals off of each other. We're just going to be here to enjoy each other's company, more or less, right? Unless I get a guest or so on and so forth. But it's a big thing of I really enjoy talking to people. I really enjoy learning people. I really enjoy seeing how people take care of their problems, seeing how people react to certain things, all that stuff is super intriguing to me. So These talks are even to go off of some stories I've been told and things I've experienced, even. Right? And, with that being said, I'm Taco. If you haven't met me already, 26. I got 2 kids. I work 4 different jobs. That's one thing I'm known for. Working too many jobs. Now, your Mr. here still kind of stuck in a place, but working too many jobs. That's its topic for later. I don't like being complacent. That's why I work too many jobs, because there's so much more time, so much more stuff you can be doing. So why not do it? And especially because I want to retire by 30. So, but wanting to retire early forces me to put care to ass. But I will say one thing I did is I took 5 years of study, and now it's 5 years of action. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm 1 year into that action, so your boy's being a little slow. I ain't gonna hold you. But it's a process, and it's a plan, and it's changing gears. And truthfully, I think that is the hardest part for me right now, is changing gears. Because when you're studying, making mistakes are more acceptable than when you're putting action to it. That's why when you're a kid, you can study, go to school, and it's okay for you to fuck up, not have your life together. But when you're older and it's time to start putting action in, then it's a whole different deal. Shit's gotta be going. You know what I'm saying? Give you guys a better view of the best. But shits have to be going. You can't be sitting still, or else it's gonna show. People are gonna see it. People are gonna judge. People are gonna think you're not doing what you're supposed to. So you have a time for study, and then you have a time for action. That's why when you're doing it, it's a hard transition, because you go from, I can have empathy, I can mess up here and there, but it's time. It's not a switch. Well, depending how you work it, right? If you're working the study to transform into the action this whole time, it's gonna be an easier switch. But if you're just studying and studying and studying and not warring, and that switch hits you, boom, you're gonna you're gonna be in shock, right? Because it's a hard switch. Empathy goes away, help goes away. I mean, not to the fullest extent, of course, but it does fade out. It does become less, because you're supposed to be more, right? And with the transformation and the change, you got to do just that. You gotta be more. You gotta change. You gotta upgrade and improve. Not to get all off track, but these are some of the things of what I mean by 5 years of study, few years, and then 5 years of action, because I want to be retired by 30. So I'm giving myself a time limit. I'm giving myself a plan. I'm giving myself goals. I'm giving myself dates. See, I'm not gonna just sit here and shoot in the dark and say I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, how? When? Where? Right? The W's. You gotta ask yourself this, because that's gonna be the only way you're gonna be able to truthfully achieve them. Now, there's other things that are gonna come in between. There's always gonna be something, right? But you have to hone on it. You have to work it out. And you're not going to be able to hone on it if you don't know what you're looking for. And you're going to be like, well, how am I supposed to know? By going down the checklist. Okay, is this good? Is my mental good? Is my physical good? Is my relationships good? Is my financing good? Is my living style good? Like, go down the checklist. And as you're going down the checklist, it's going to hurt. It's going to piss you off. You're going to sit there and you're going to be like, fuck, what am I doing, right? But you have to do it. You have to sit there, check off the boxes, go through the list, and be like, fuck, this sucks, but this is what's just gotta be done, you know? And don't take it where you're like, I'm a failure. Because truthfully, when I first did it, that's how I took it. I was like, I'm a failure. Don't take it like that. Take it as, I'm finally evolving, right? I'm finally becoming more. Because if you were just a failure, you wouldn't be where you're at, right? You wouldn't be doing what you're doing or anything like that. So don't take it as, oh, I'm a failure. You gotta just keep pushing, you gotta keep moving, and you gotta just keep striving and flowing, right? So with that being said, right, I had to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. But with that being said, we want to, sorry, I'm jumping off course, but I want to retire. I want to be successful. I want to have these things in place, and I don't want to do it with my eyes closed. So I'm doing my darnest to learn how to do it to my fullest, if that makes sense, right? So it's a lot of, and I ain't gonna hold you. Well, what path did I choose? I chose the path of study, and switch. So now it's hard as a bitch. I didn't know that right away. I thought if I study, I'll be ready. But if you watch videos on how to work out, if you ask people how to work out, and then you finally go decide to work out, are you going to be starting fucking 200 pounds? No. Just because you watched people on how to do it don't mean you know how to do it. Because somebody can tell you everything, but the moment you try to do it, it can change anything. And that's a big thing to keep in mind, because if you're gonna be like, well, it goes like this for them, sorry, you're not them. Why would you expect it to go like that for you? You guys aren't the same people. Like, they can tell you everything, but once it gets to you, it changes anything. So don't be surprised when you're sitting there like, but it's way off. Like, I seen it. I watched it 1,000 times. Doesn't matter. You don't get a black belt from watching tournaments. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in it. You have to learn it. And you'll quickly realize that the way somebody does it might not be the way for you. And the way you do it might not be the way from someone else. And the best thing to do in those situations is to compare, contrast. Look at my language is going all over the place. And pick what works from you out of their process. Don't take the whole process. Take ingredients. Like, you're making a cake, right? You got vanilla, but you want strawberry. So are you going to take vanilla? No. But you could take some flour. You could see how much sugar they put in there. Like, okay, I see you. And then maybe do something with that on your cake. But you're not going to take every single ingredient. You're not going to take the whole thing, because then it's no longer your cake. And once you bake it, it comes out, you're going to be upset at yourself. Like, this isn't what I wanted. Yeah. You copied somebody else. What did you expect? You got what they were doing. And it's probably not even going to be as good because you're not them. And it's one of those things of looping back of what path did I choose? Of studying and taking action. I did the studying. Now it's time for action. And that's the hard part. Because it's two different things. It's two different zones. You can fail when you're studying. When you're doing a science project, you can have two groups. You have the controlled and the open. But when you're taking a test, when you're getting the final grade, everything has to be on point because everything matters. To set up the test is more important. I mean, not to set up the test. The test itself is higher and more important than all of the studying. Because the studying, you can learn over different ways. We learn something new about things we've already known almost every single day. So don't get too stuck up on learning. Get stuck up on action and recovery, because that's gonna expand you way more than watching the Karate Kid and then trying to go do it. Go do it and then watch the Karate Kid, and then watch the tournaments, because you will even have more of an understanding what they did than if you were just to watch it and then go try it. You'd be like, but no. Into the thick of it, right? So back on the path of, we gotta retire. We gotta get successful. We've done the studying. It's time for action, and we're changing and we're evolving, and that's the biggest things. Personally, this is why I hate being complacent, because it's one of the biggest things is evolving and changing, and that's the way to make the most process, is to evolve and to change. So it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword, but you gotta choose the cons, right? That goes for anything. You choose the cons, and it is gonna be something you will beat yourself up about, and it will be something you get stuck on. But we're gonna move on a little bit of, that's kind of a mindset when it comes to progression and movement. And I'm gonna lie, I ain't the best. I'm a little slacker. I'm a big procrastinator. I've learned my cons. I just gotta iron them out. Once they're ironed out, it's smooth sailing with the big waves, right? You can say that's not smooth sailing. No, that's smooth sailing, because there's always gonna be waves. The moment you think it's just straight, that's when you fail. That's when you lost, because then you're gonna get hit with the biggest wave you've ever seen, and you're not going to be ready. Absolutely not. So that's kind of the mindset of progress, moving, right? And we're gonna jump into a little bit of relationship stuff, but I want you guys to understand, where we at, what are we doing, right? We're here to talk serious. We're here to talk some real serious stuff, to the best of my abilities. and it's gonna be one of those big topics I'm gonna talk about a lot, especially the mindset. So the mindset of how to move through life, or how I try to move through life. Now, let me stop myself right there. That word is poison. Okay? That is the way I move through life. I fail and I succeed. That's it. Because if you say I just try to sit down. Stand up right now and try to sit down. You can't just sit down. No, that's sitting down. That's succeeding. Try to sit down. You're like, well, if exactly you do or you don't. Trying is a opening to allow yourself to have an excuse. So you're gonna do it or you're not. And at least if you do it and you fail, you're going to learn. You're going to be able to fix it. And you at least, this is when you can say it, tried to do it. But you don't stop. You keep going and going until it's done. Or ask for help. I have these mindsets of moving forward, not standing still, right? And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not something that comes naturally. Something you gotta put in you. Now, some of us, yes. Some of us, yes. But most of us, we gotta program ourselves. We gotta put it into our heads and be like, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. I'm gonna move like that for the rest of that, you know? Let's see what we got. I got some notifications. You know. So we're gonna move on to this. So that's the mindset of how to move. That's how I move, right? Big topic. One of the biggest topics I talk about most with people is relationships. Now, between work, eating, and some water, relationships are your next big thing, right? You it's intertwined with your life. That's why it's so big. Because if it was like a marker on a paper, relationships would be a marker just right behind it. It'd be a double-headed marker, right? Weirdly enough, that's how that would work. And this could be relationships intimately. This could be friendships. This could be partnerships. Anything with the ship at the end, they have very similar foundations, but different meanings, right? All buildings are made with concrete foundations, but the building itself has a different purpose. We have a store, we have a bank, we have a school, we have houses, but they're all on top of a concrete foundation. All of the buildings. And yet, they're all different most of the time. So, finding foundations, and this is a rule that I live by. This is a rule that I love. Principle is always more important than the action, or than the doing, or the happening, or even the meaning. Principle is always more important, because that is not just the meaning of it, but the why it happens. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 combo. That's how I view it, at least principle, right? It's a 2-in-1 combo. But it's a good one. It's a good 2-in-1 combo. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a 2-in-1 combo. And so we're gonna move into how I view intimate relationships. Just to let you guys in a little bit of talking. But do know this is a high topic. This is a topic that a lot of people like to have conversations about. This is a thing that a lot of people talk about. Even if it's co-workers at work, those are relationships. Those are relationships. Don't get it twisted. So, one of the biggest ones, I personally have conversations and advice and back and forths, are intimate relationships. Because those are the biggest happenings in our life. Those are the biggest things that kind of affect us, really, you know? Like, so my view on intimate relationships, and this is my this view, the first view right here, it kind of applies to everything, is the relationship you're in needs to be a relationship you choose. I don't care if you're happy, I don't care if you're sad, I don't care if you're mad, I don't care if you're getting hurt, whatever. I don't care if you're being blessed. I don't care if you're being successful. I don't care if you're in abundance. I don't care. Only thing I care about is that you choose to be there. Because nothing's worse than getting in trouble, spending time, resources, energy on something you don't choose. It makes you go crazy. Trust. It's like, why am I even doing this? And then you continue to do it. Stop yourself. Make a choice. It's a hard thing to do, but it's the best. Biased opinion. It's the best thing to do. Choose. You're not gonna get a second chance. Let that sink in. There's no time travel. You're gonna have to live with it. So choose to live with something you won't be mad about. Cause even if you fuck up, fuck, if I could go back, I'd do it differently. Would you? Would you really? Cause if you did it with the thought of I'm choosing this 100%, then you won't regret it even if it doesn't work out. Now if you're regretting it, it's because you were on the fence. Get off the fucking fence and start deciding if you're gonna be on the left side or if you're gonna be on the right side. Because the only person this is hurting is yourself. Do not be indecisive. Sometimes you need time. Okay, you know what? Once in a while, you'll need time. We got it. Don't take forever. Don't sit there wasting time on crying. You better be there figuring out, if I go this way, this is why I would want to do it. If I go this way, this is why I would want to do it. If you're not doing that, then you shouldn't be doing anything. Truthfully. You're fucking up. You're real fucking up. And that's a big way of how I see intimate relationships. An intimate relationship, you can love somebody, but you both need to understand, in a way, it's a contract. I agree to do what you ask of me as long as you agree to do what I ask of you. And then the relationship works. And then it goes smooth like butter and ice. Smooth booty. But you gotta sit there and be like, I agree. I agree to do that. This is the sad thing. This is the sad thing. You will change your mind sooner or later because you're growing. You're learning. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. So the choice will change. Or adapt. Don't say change. Say adapt. Because change makes it feel like maybe I didn't want it to begin with. No, it adapted. Because if you really chose it, then you really wanted it. But then sometimes you learn things. But then sometimes you see stuff. And your choice made it adapt. Think about that. Think about that. Now, I believe when it comes to an intimate setting, it is very, very important to make known what one's belief is. For example, I'm gonna use myself here. I believe in choice. I believe in man, woman. I believe in dominant, submissive. I believe in woman takes care of the kids, the house, the soul. The man takes care of the finance. And I say finance not just in as money. When I say finance, you're like, oh, finance, that obviously is my money. I mean in finance as food, diapers, provision. The man is supposed to provide, protect, and lead his family. That is the rule. Now, one thing that gets a little back and forth is that you can't make the horse drink water. Think about that. Because then are they actually following if you're forcing? So, as a woman, you're supposed to follow. You're supposed to submit. You're supposed to bring peace, not chaos. That's what you're supposed to do. But as a man, you gotta remind yourself, you have to make somewhere for peace to live. Now, if you do and peace don't come, make sure it's not you causing that. If not, alright. These are things that has to be told before even getting into the relationship. These are things that need to be understood, because if it goes a different direction, it ends up being misery. And who wants to be in misery? I don't think anybody does. So by laying these foundations, it makes everything flow. It makes things smoother. It makes things actually work a little bit better. Oh. Gotta check in for work real quick. But it's a way to solidify the understanding of one another, to really clarify the understanding of one another. And it's very important for those conversations, because if you don't, it's like running in clouds trying to look for each other, but not realizing one's going up and the other's going down. All because you didn't want to have a conversation. All because you were fearful. And now what? You're lost. And when you're lost, you're usually scared. Choose your fear, dude. Choose your fear. It's that easy. Stop looking at things like, well, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. No, it's this is better or this is worse. It's gonna happen. Deal with it. Move on. Push and accelerate. Choose the glass that has more water. Don't expect it to be full. Stop worrying about the glass that's empty. So, relationships is a big thing. It's a major thing that I talk about, and especially because it's what rules the world. It's what gets people moving. It gets what people's going. It changes your life. So, yeah, that's a big topic. Intimate relationships is a big topic. interesting character when it comes to that, especially as a man. You know, man things, lust, and all this other stuff. But it is one thing that I try to stay true to. It's one thing that if I feel I want to go left, I go left. If I feel I want to go right, I go right. I try not to sit there and dwell on it too much and be like, but what if? I'll never know. Because I didn't do. So how would I know? Just do it. What if what? Oh wow. I want to do this, I'm going to do it. I want to do this, I'm going to do it. And that's how you gotta live. And that's how you gotta be. Because yeah, I get upset. Yeah, I'm like, damn, that was kind of stupid. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I chose to do it. I chose to do it. Next topic. Because I don't want to spoil too much of the beans. We're already 41 minutes, and so I don't want to spoil too much of the beans. But next topic is of yo, how's it going, man? Is of paintball. Been in paintball for 15 years. I'm introducing. This is episode 1, so I'm introducing Taco. Little basic softness today, just going over what I do and who I am, and then we'll get into some more topics and staying on them. But right now we're kind of just introduction. This is the introduction episode. We're chilling with one another and talking. I appreciate you stopping in. Can you turn up your mic? I can turn up my mic. I got you, brother. Let's see. I got you, brother. You're a VP2. Alright. Is it any better? Let's see. VB 2. Turn that up too as well. Yes, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, how was that, brother? You're alright. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the save on that one. I wouldn't have known until I've gone back to watch. Perfect. Yeah, we're doing the introductory pretty much. That's what we got going on today. We just moved off of the relationships. We're going to the paintball. 40-minute introductory. Hell yeah, 40-minute introductory. We got to keep the episodes even. So if most episodes are going to be an hour, I'm going to at least do this one for an hour. Moving it in and keep it in the process. You know what I'm saying? So yes, 40-minute introductory, and I'm a rambler. I ain't gonna hold you. I could probably go longer, but I'm being nice by not. Oh, I'm kidding. But yeah, for introductory, little ramble. This is how gonna be our little sessions. We'll have guests, we'll have comments, beautiful things like that, and we'll kind of just move with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Most episodes will probably have more directed topics or the guest, right? But this one's kind of just a spread of who Taco is. You know, we're a paintballer, we're a smoker, businessman, we got 4 different jobs, we got our own food truck. We like to do a multiple of things, and that's why I got a little 40-minute introductory. But I'm mainly talking about the main points that I like to do. Are you geeked? No, I'm not. I'm probably at like a 2. I got me a little vape pen right now. It's chilling. It's actually really low. like almost to the fucking coil. So not really getting much out of that bad boy, if you know what I'm saying. This is just me, brother. Happy and excited to be here and loving another day, you know what I'm saying? Just moving forward. Pesticide vape. No, I know the person. I'm just kidding. Where they're loaded from actually is a local grower that I go to personally. So hit a blinker. I got you, boss. For stopping in for first time, I got you. We'll do the best that we can. What, 7 seconds for a blinker? Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Make sure this bitch isn't clogged. There you go, boss. Just for you. I dedicate that just to man. That was just for you, baby. See? You're gonna get me coughing here in a second. Hitting the lungs and hitting the soul. Great. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys stopping in the comments. We were moving to the topic of paintball. Before I move to the topic, would you like to ask anything besides take a blinker? I have like 4 different topics earlier in the live stream, so I do. I am pretty good. Now, I have been out of competitive play, so I'm just getting back in and I'm having to restart. He's a Russian bot. But gentlemen, you little slime. But yes, competitive play, just getting back in, having to restart kind of sucks, but oh well. 15 years into it, I've coached my own team. I fucking played. I will say the highest I've only been is D4. Clocked or logged or recorded, however you want to say it. And D4, it goes, oh, yes, D4. It goes D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1. D2, D1 is semi-pro and pro. My team that I coached was D4. So technically, I guess I could play D3, but I was never logged, or I actually played a tournament at D3. I only have ever played tournament at D4, and then I stopped because I had my baby in. But I am still. I play in a suit. You gotta check the channel. I play in a suit. So, you know, they call me John Wick out on the field, so be all types of good. We even do airsoft every once in a while, too. Get our little pistols out, run around with some Glocks, you know what I'm saying? One-handed mugs. So we like to juggle, go back and forth. A little night ball, morning ball, some airsoft. So your chest hair isn't out the whole time. Well, if they allowed me to play with the no shirt, it would be. But I got us in trouble for doing that. So we no longer are allowed to play without a shirt. Drum roll for me. So, sadly, I have to put on the fucking button-up shirt and a bow tie. Button-up shirt, vest, and bow tie. That's what we're playing in. Diving and sliding, baby. You know what? Let me see. I bet I could pull up a clip. I definitely could pull up a clip. I will show you. Let's get active. I can show you. Now, I do need to find myself, my own computer. Okay, where is Okay. No, I don't want to download it. I should have some just here. Oh, there we go. See, I'm going in the wrong spots. I need to post. Okay. Oh, that's not me. That's you. Here we go. Right here. Boom. Alright. 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 This is like half suit. I don't have the bow tie and vest. I was feeling lazy. Or I was working the food stand and I wanted to play. So, let's throw this over here. I got you guys. I got you guys. Alright, let's get to... Boom. Alright. So, ooh. Why does this look like that? Boop, 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 boop. Alright. This is half suit. Right here. Right.
Is it counting down or counting up?
This is the button up. We have the tuxedo pants, slacks, and usually have a vest on as well. But this is the combo. This is the suit. This is what we'd be playing in, you know. And I could probably do one better and find you. Yeah, find you. Where I have the full suit on, but this is just the one I found the first. Alright, fastest. Let's see, come on, let's get some gameplay. Oh, I'm a fast motherfucker.
He said go! He said go!
Look at that. Yeah. All the way to the 50. So this we were watching at the moment would be considered rec ball, okay, recreational play. Now, what you really want to see is competitive play. So let me get this off the screen. Boop. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna leave this in this corner real quick. All right, I'm gonna pull this side. No. Okay, we're gonna close this. Let's not be lazy. Well, damn, got me twice. Okay, let's find the most recent competitive play, because sadly I haven't edited a lot of my recent competitive play. So this old one here is going to be me in my paintball gear. This is normal paintball gear, right? I've only just recently done it for speedball because I just got back in. This is like 2 years old. Speedball, and what you're seeing me do is play snake side right now. And this is a Wednesday night, so it's a little slow, right, on the Wednesday night. But this is come back. This is competitive play. Steve 6. Now we have 3. We're doing 3-on-3s. Okay, here we go. Let me shut up. Snake side is exactly what I'm playing. Paintball's expensive. It does get expensive, but it's fucking beautiful. That's what most of the scars on my arms are. So I'm a front player. I play snake. I'm up in people's faces. I'm advancing as fast as I possibly can to go shoot people point fucking blank. I died there, as I do. Alright, you know, everyone dies. My big problem is I hate fucking waiting. Alright, that's it. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Beautiful. So my big goal is to get to the 50 as fast as I can, look on the inside and pop them angles. Airsoft I enjoy. Hold on. We'll finish this run off right here. And that's game. You run, hit the buzzard, game over. That's a point, right? So airsoft, actually, brother, I got you. Airsoft, I enjoy. I do for using the guns they have. The people I play with, I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes they cheat, and you know, I don't like cheaters. But it can be fun. I do like the big scenarios and shit. Like, those things are fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cool things you can do with airsoft. Here is what I mean by bunkering people. This would be called hyperbulb. This is a little older one, but as a front player, my whole objective. This is I can hear the rentals in the background. This is just me shooting my buddy in the fucking back. Our whole objective, right, is to get up there as fast as possible, move on them, and fucking knock them out, right?
I shot you in the leg! Woodsy, in the leg!
See, I don't like cheaters, and I was talking about that, and I was like, perfect time to give an example, because I remember that video. But airsoft is cool. I was trying to find my airsoft videos, actually, that I had. I haven't gone back to my old videos for a moment. So I would say, like, especially, I will say, I'm a little jealous. Like, the freaking tracer rounds and all that shit is really cool, you know? Like, I was like, that's fun. Jeez, where is the airsoft videos? We might just have to go on. Just follow. Appreciate the follow. We might just have to go on YouTube, and that's what we're gonna do, because your boy lost his own videos. Whoops. So let's go see. I do have some airsoft videos, and I play with the pistol. Now, when I play airsoft, I have to use a pistol, right? Because if I don't, I literally demolish, and it is not fun for me. So I prefer to play with a pistol. Okay, let me show you one of these paintball videos real quick, because this one is actually a good one. This is when I had a camera girl, and this is when I was wearing the suit. Right here. Okay, let me open the videos correctly, right? Boop, boop. All right. This is, you see the vest. So it is a black vest, bow tie. That's my little gun right there. Pods, and this is a wreck. This is a wreck game. Let's see.
You gotta get used to getting shot. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the best way to get used to that. Not too much.
And rec is just recreational. You know, some people are first time out here. Some people play every weekend.
Fuck yeah. Wait a minute. That's just a lot. Babe, go ahead, swivel it around.
So it's supposed to be us versus all of them.
I've had one for a while.
Us 5, 6. This is our team versus all the other guys. And then, I guess they didn't actually end up doing it. That's what they were talking about. So we might do it in one of these clips. We'll see.
Kill a couple, kill a couple.
This is an old video.
I'll bump to the corner.
Right. So, just full of people out here. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can find from the side. Ooh, they got me. but just full of people. Filled this small. That's like voice crack. It's just crowded. Yeah, figure that out real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's see. See? Okay, you can see the bow tie. I lost this headband, sadly. Okay, this is Housefield. I will be truthful with you.
I don't want to be the only one to push up.
I didn't start wearing dress shoes for a good moment. Because dress shoes are expensive as hell. And running through them is not always smart. Like, they're more than pants. Truthfully. But back to the main goal. Ninja mode. Airsoft. Yeah, it's been a moment since I've captured some airsoft. Not gonna lie to ya. Damn, I can't even find it at this point. I do have it somewhere. Airsoft test clip. Let's see. Is this it? Is this something?
Before you guys watch this clip, just know that
What am I saying here?
this is just gonna be one clip. I was trying out the GoPro on the guns for the airsoft. It wasn't fucking with. I couldn't shoot for shit. You're gonna hear me say a complaint, and then it got shot and broke my screen. The camera still works. So enjoy this short video. If anything, you see more airsoft.
Oh, come on, connection. You gotta be shitting me. How is my own internet about to do me like this? That's crazy.
It's probably gonna be a pistol until I get the 360 mount on my head. Did I say that out loud? Just wait for more to come. Love you guys.
I did get a 360 mount on my head. Shit's just too heavy. Alright, let's get up a little bit. Yeah. I didn't start cutting my videos until later. There we go.
Now this GoPro's fucking up my aim big time. So was this bad lens.
So I have some somewhat airsoft in that mug. Whew, that was crazy. Excuse me. But that is going to be our hour, perfectly wrapping it up. We're gonna call it. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping on by. For those who did, we'll see you in the next Taco Talks. We're gonna try to do this Mondays. So episode 2 is gonna come out. We're gonna see you guys next Monday for the private. Join the Discord. I'll put that in advertising and descriptions. Get a good nice Discord link. Go ahead and join in there. I'm gonna be building it up, setting it up. We're gonna be doing more stuff. I'm gonna be doing more stuff. And yeah, thank you guys. See you guys in the next one. Love ya. Love y'all.